now looking at the quotient rule. So we know how to use product rule to differentiate functions when we're multiplying, when you have expressions that are multiplying. Now we're going to look at function when we have a function, an expression divided by an expression, and how we can use this rule called the quotient rule to differentiate those sorts of functions. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these three questions and use this rule over here to differentiate them. So again, we're going to ascend that thing as you drew in the product rule, and that you're going to label the sorry, you're going to label the expressions as u or v. Okay, so like we do in product rule, so my function is y is equal to x, but we got 1 minus 3x. I'm going to label this as my u, and I'm going to label this as my v. And again, like the product rule, we're going to differentiate each of those separately. So if we've got u is equal to x, that means our derivative of u is just equal to 1. And if v is equal to 1 minus 3x, then the derivative of v is just equal to negative 3. Now the rule says that if you want to differentiate this, the derivative is going to be your bottom function multiplied by the derivative of the top function minus the top function multiplied by the derivative of the bottom function. You divide that by the bottom function squared. Okay, which we're going to go through here. So, so we're going to do the bottom function multiplied by the derivative of the top function. So we're going to do that. So that's just 1 times 1 minus 3x, which is 1 minus 3x. And we're going to put it in brackets because we're going to subtract now over the top. So it gets a bit confusing sometimes. And now we're going to do this. So this is x times negative 3, which is negative 3x. That's negative 3x. Okay. And then we're going to divide that by gx squared, so the bottom function squared, which is 1 minus 3x squared. Okay, and to just simplify that, 1 minus 3x minus 3x becomes plus 3x. So these essentially just cancel out, and you're just left with 1. So the answer will be 1 over 1 minus 3x squared. And that's your derivative, or the first expression. Okay? But I'll do similar thing for the second one. 5 minus 4x over 5 plus 4x. So again, this is obviously going to be our u, and this is going to be our v. So if u is equal to 5 minus 4x, that means our derivative of u is equal to negative 4. And if our v is equal to 5 plus 4x, then our derivative of v is equal to positive 4. Okay? Which means that our dy over dx is again going to equal to, we're going to do this first, we're going to multiply these things, so minus 4 times 5 plus 4x minus multiplying these two together now. Okay, which is 4 times 5 minus 4x. Okay, and we're going to divide that all by the bottom function, the bottom expression squared, which is 5 plus 4x squared. Okay, now simplifying this, negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Negative 4 times 4x is negative 16x. Then negative 4 times 5 is negative 20 again. And negative 4 times negative 4x is plus 16x. Okay. Again, this is all over 5 plus 4x squared. And now we can just simplify the top. So we've got negative 16x plus 16x just cancels out. And negative 20 minus 20 is just negative 40. Minus 40 over 5 plus 4x squared. And that's your derivative for this second expression. Okay, and now for our final question. This one's a bit trickier because we've got some middle limits of exponentials now. But it's still the same process. So we've got x squared minus 9 over x squared minus 5. So again, as always, top is going to be u, bottom is going to be v. So phi u is equal to x squared minus 9. That means our derivative of u is equal to 2x. And if our v is equal to x squared minus 5, then the derivative of v is also equal to 2x. Okay, now you can go ahead and derive this. So, derivative of y with respect to x, again, we're going to multiply these two first. That is 2x times x squared minus 5 minus, I'm going to multiply these two, which is 2x multiplied by x squared minus 9. And that is, we're going to go under x squared minus 5 squared. Okay. Again, let's simplify the top, the numerator. So this is equal to 2x times x squared is 2x cubed minus 10x. Then we've got plus 2x cubed, and sorry, minus 2x cubed, plus minus 2x cubed. Fix that up quickly. Minus 2x cubed plus 18x. Minus 2x times negative 9 becomes positive 18. Okay? And that's, again, going to be over x squared minus 5. So the numerator really changes. The denominator really changes. The numerator is usually the one that needs simplifying. Now again, 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is canceling out. Now the reason most of them are canceling out is because our derivatives are really simple. So that's not always going to be the case, but now these are canceling out. Negative 10x plus 18x becomes 2x. Your answer becomes 2x over x squared minus 5 split.